Assalamu alaikum friends and welcome back to the channel. Always with Younes Charfaoui and always we are in refactoring GildedRose. In this video, we are going maybe to close up this refactoring by maybe creating some abstraction to do that thing. In the previous video, if you remember, we did the basic refactoring, so we extracted the name part as the main thing to guide our updates to the quality. We already included the new feature, which is that new item that degrade in quality twice as fast. So in this video, I'm going to maybe come up with abstraction and do other refactoring. All right, so let's go back. It is here. So if you remember, basically now everything is dependent on the name. Now, as you can see, we are updating quality here and also here. Maybe what we can do, which is much better, if you can update the quality in one place only. The problem here is this one, because this one will update the selling days, and by updating the selling days, this will get affected, okay? Because if it is reduced, then it will be the case. Okay, first, let's try to maybe clean up this thing first. So here we are updating the quality, and then if the selling days is less than 11, then we are updating it once. Also, if it is less than 6, which means we can update. Okay, here is what we can do actually. Since this one and this one, what we can do an else. If it is that thing, okay, let me check, because this will be always false. So what we can do, we can make this here up and do an else like that. So here we will update 2 times. Why? Because we both include this update and this update, which means this should work, technically should pass. This is the first time running the test, so it will take some time. Nice, it's passing, which makes sense. Now, every time we are updating the quality, then there is this 2 things, which means we can do the following. We can do an else, and here update the quality and increase in this one. So this becomes 3, this becomes 2. This should keep passing. Awesome. You may tell me why you have this thing. The beauty right now, since we have an if based on this selling days, we can turn it into a when, replace if with when. That's the cool part, which means this can become an expression, all right? So what we can do actually, since everything here is dependent on quality, like every aspect here is dependent on quality, because you can do the following. You can remove the brackets from here because we are just updating quality. What we can do, we can update it only once and just push the values outside, which means we can do, I don't know if you can do it automatically or not. Okay, let's take a risk. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do an update quality like that. And here, what I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it the result of this code, because this is a 1. So here, instead of the updating quality, I'm just returning 1. Here, exactly, since this is a 1, what we can do, we can delete all of that, like that, and like that. Same thing for all of this code. Okay, that's problematic. Okay, that's a problem with manual refactoring. All right, now this makes sense. We did nothing actually. It should keep passing. Exactly, the tests are passing. Awesome, that's a cool thing. Actually, we can do the same thing here. Since this one is updating the quality, what we can do the exact same thing. Update quality like that, and then can give it directly what is there in the when, and we can select all of that update quality like that, and then we can delete that like that. This should keep passing. Nice. We did nothing. We just moved one update quality, and based on the thing, based on the stuff we are updating, here is one actual thing we can do. We can move the selling days inside. Okay, because that's a little bit problematic. Okay, let me just return this one here. Let's align it back because I want to do something. Let's run the test. Tests are passing, fine. Because what I want to do, I want to push this outside and update only once. But how to do that, especially with this condition, actually? Okay, here's the thing. This one is like all of this code is executing per item, right? Which means it will execute only for this, for this, for this, or for this, right? So we can move this condition here, actually, like we don't do any update if sell-in days is less than this thing. Else, we don't do any updates. That's it. So we can keep doing that thing here. Okay, this one, for this one, it doesn't matter. Always 0. For this one, we can do it like that. Else, don't do any update. Same thing for this one. Else, don't do any update. Okay? Here, technically, you can remove that because I moved the condition inside. Then what we can do, we can run the test to make sure everything is passing. Boom, everything is passing. We remove that condition. That condition was a blocker actually. So here we are always checking after the days, because here at most what we are doing, we are reducing 1, which means, yeah, that's issue. Like I want to merge both of this update quality here and here also. I want to merge both. Well, basically everything is based on the name and they have the same exact thing. Okay, this one don't have it here. So we shall add it actually. Okay, so it makes sense, like right now, if you just move this up, the test will fail. right? Let's run it. Exactly. Now, if you check why it is failing, okay, for this item backstage, it is 26 and then 25. Here, it's 27 and then 28, which means we are not increasing 2 times because this 26 should become 25. So we just increased once. Okay, exactly, yeah, we just increased once, which makes the following statement true. Like here, for the update, since we make this up, what we can do, we can copy all of that and put it here. This one is updated by 1, right? So it means this should be updated by 2, otherwise by 1. We can delete that. Awesome. This one don't need to be updated. Fine. Awesome. For this one, backstage, exactly, it will be either updated by minus quality or 0. And here, for the backstage, here comes the thing. Okay, so we need to put it here, here, and here. Nice. So here we need to add to the quality. Okay, here it must become 4. Here it must become 3. Yes. And here it must become 2, actually. And then we can delete that. So that's the one actual problem, actually. We are doing a bad thing right now because I will run all of that modification together. This is a bad thing, actually. I hope it will work. All right. Okay, so for this one, which means -1 and 0, so it becomes -1 else -2. Then we can delete all of that. Let's check. It's not passing. Let's click difference. I think, yeah, we did many stuff wrong in the wrong way. That's problematic. Let's go back. Let's go back. Our logic is fine, but still it is failing for one particular stuff. Let me delete all of that. We need to get it one thing at a time. Let me run everything. Is everything passing? Okay, yeah, because this one shouldn't be here. Run it. Nice. Awesome. So what we did actually, if you make it back, because that refactoring will be awesome, because that way you need just to have 1 update quality instead of 2 updating quality. So we first reduce the days if it's not for the other. Okay, which means previously we were updating the quality by 1. And then if the selling days is less than 0, we will also update it by 1, which makes sense. Okay, what about the other stuff? What about the other way around? Let me just keep that here. Let's remove from here and put it here. So I can delete that actually, but this thing will make it go to the else. Okay, here is what we need to do. I'm going to put it 0 here, and then I'm going to add this one to 2 and 1. Let's run it. Cool, it's passing for this one. This one we can copy directly and paste it here as it is. It should change nothing. Oh, problematic. 3 and 0, what's that? I don't know why it's not working. We actually just moved it from here and put it here. Like we did nothing, because here in the condition I'm not depending on anything else. The problem is that it's entering here in the else. Okay, yeah, exactly. So what we need to do, we need to copy it, of course, and here we should make it 0. Then it should work. Nice, exactly. Awesome. Then after that we are going to delete everything. Here the -1 here, what you can do, the -1 plus -1 will be -2, otherwise it will be -1. Then what you can do, we can make this 0. Run it. Awesome. That's a cool thing. Now, here comes this part. For this one, if it is less than 6 days, what we are doing, we are actually updating it by 3. Here, if we come to this one, okay, that's a big if. Okay, here what we need to do, let's add 1 entry here, braces to 1 entry, and let's just expand the condition because we need to take all of that, and basically here it should become 0. Yeah, this should become 0. Nice. And then we shall start doing all of those ifs. Okay, that's problematic. Let me just copy it because we need to do an if, exactly. This is the latest else. I believe it will be like that. Okay, here's the code. Now, exactly, since we deleted 1, we need to add, if you aren't, it won't work. Exactly. Okay, let me just reanalyze it because that's weird stuff. Maybe we can add it once at a time. Always that's the issue. The issue is that when you do multiple updates at the same time, you can't do it actually one single step at a time. So when the sell-in days is less than 6, we are going to update it by 3. If you want to move it here, the sell-in days will be reduced. Which means this should be reduced by 5. That's interesting. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going just to take this one as if, and then else. For this one, selling days, it will be reduced. So it will be 5. And here I'm going to update it with a 3. Then if it comes here, I'm going to put 0. Run it. Nice. Awesome. Then we are going to do another else if. For selling days less than 10, exactly, we are going to return 2. And here, exactly, put 0. Awesome. Let's run it. Now it doesn't work. I think, okay. Here we said 10, not 11. Run it. Nice. Because we reduced it. Else it is 1. Else it is 1, which means 1 like that, But okay, you need to run it. Sometimes it goes beyond the logic. That's exactly, it's working. Here's the thing. You can delete all of that. Run it. Nice. We reduced all the code to one single thing, to one single when. And here, this one actually, I believe you can make it when replace when with if. Nice. Okay, this is the logic. Like you can't reach this logic just like that. You need to do iterating step, and preferably this is the cool thing about taking one step at a time. This is the best thing. I don't know if you can make it easier further. I'm not sure. Okay, selling days here, 0 minus quality 0, 0. Okay, it makes sense actually. Yes, so here is the thing. We have two main stuff. We have update selling days. Okay, I don't know, IntelliJ sometimes acts stupidly. We did nothing actually. It should work. Awesome. It's working. Okay, we reduced a little bit the thing, but still we have those if and else's everywhere, so it's a little bit problematic, but that's fine. Okay, now I believe we can start by extracting some kind of abstractions. Yeah, let's open the item. Okay, let's put it beside it so we can see it. Because what I want to do, because this is types, right? If you go here to the requirements, you need to get the actual term. Exactly, so the term is category of items. So these are category items, right? What we can do, we can extract maybe a sealed class of category items. Here's the following. What we can do, we can start doing it a little bit easier. So we can create a sealed class called category, like that. Okay, it has nothing, just like that. Then we would have an object. Yeah, it's an object. Let's call it HB, like that. Okay, for this HB, exactly, it is an item category, like that. Okay, but we need the function that will convert that to that. Okay, here's the thing. Each one of these will have a name, so we can compare it actually. For this one, it will be that thing. Okay, yeah, exactly. It doesn't have, it will have it like the following. Okay, we can duplicate it for every one of those. So this one will be here, and then we have it for this one. Okay, maybe we can call it just backstage. The one here will be conjured, and then for every other stuff, we are going to call it the other. Okay, you can use data object actually. Data object. I think that's fine. For the moment, that's fine. What we can do right now, we can create the following. We can use our item category here, .name. Nice. And with this thing in mind, we can do it for all of those. This is a manual refactoring. I don't like it. Actually, you can find a way to do it normally, but that's the thing. This is conjured. Okay, we can keep an else. Because if we try to iterate over the name directly, we are going to have a restricted sealed class, which is a cool thing. Actually, this name is empty, like we shouldn't compare by the name. Okay, here's one thing. We need maybe to extract a function that will tell us the name. Okay, but you can do it as an extension property. So we can call it val from an item called category. This will give us a category like that. No, item category, sorry. Okay, and how we define it? We are going to do getter here. Are going to do when for the name. Nice, that's much better actually. Okay, here for the name, since this is a string, actually we can use our names like that. Okay, let me select all of that. Okay, we can do it like that. And then for every one of those, it becomes like, okay, like that. We can return, okay, for the moment, let me return HBerry, and then I can return everything else. We are going to return the other. Okay, let me reduce the size a little bit here. So this one is no, it's conjured. Okay, this one is duplicated actually. Okay, this shouldn't be here. We delete it. Okay, one second. This one is conjured. This one should be backstage. This one should be sulfurous, and this one aged. Everything else is another. Here's what we can do. Actually, we are going, of course, this means we are returning here. So what is the problem right now? The name is an extension of an item. So category is an extension of an item. Using the name, we are accessing the item name, which is a cool thing. Let me add this to the dictionary. Cool. And now the problem here with the other. Okay, here if we make it a class, okay, we can pass the name, item name, and then I can pass this one as item name. This will be just the name, dude. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, you can't name it name, right? And this one actually, okay, this is just the name, right? Okay, so sorry, we need to do the following. We can do name, and here an override. Okay, this needs to be open then we can pass it to the name. Okay, I think that's fine. Here is the beauty, what we can do with such a refactor. I didn't run the test when I changed this, right? Okay, hopefully they are passing. This shouldn't be, this is wrong step actually. So here, instead of doing name, what we can do when category directly. Because category right now is an extension of item. Here's the thing, we can make sure, okay, what's that? Exactly, we don't need the name here. We can delete that. The only remaining thing, No, it's not actually here else. It will be other. Okay, it is other like that. Boom. That's very cool thing. Now, if you run it, nice. That's pretty good refactoring. Actually, we extracted some kind of classes. Now, guess what? We can extract all of that into a method that is called update. That's pretty good one also. This is the thing. When you try to refactor, every time you are going to understand something new. Because right now, this value actually, if you can think about it, huh? This value is nothing but an update value, which is the amount. We can call it quality amount, or let me search for something because we need a term actually. All items value denote variable item. Pretty simple. Here is the interesting. Selba has passed, quality degrades. Okay, the word degrades is cool item. So this one, update quality, isn't update quality, it's degrades quality. But okay, sometimes it's not the case because some items doesn't degrade. It's not doesn't degrade, but they always keep the value. Okay, this is word decrease, degrade, they are using degrade. But for other stuff, exactly, this one is legendary. Quality never alters. So update quality is the right word, I believe. Okay, that's fine. Oh, sorry, here we didn't do that thing either. If category here, since you are an item, you can do the category here. If category is, oh, it is equal, right? You can do it in equal. Item category dot surface like that. If you run it, nothing should change. Exactly, everything's passing, everything's working fine. Now we just need, yeah, exactly, we need that function. A function that will get us the value directly from the category, which means what I want to do, what I love to do is the following. I want to update the quality by using category dot amount. And this amount will be used from the classes themselves, which is much better, I believe. Yeah, okay, here's what we need to do. You need to extract a function, or you need to create a function. Okay, I believe the video will be too long if we add this refactoring, so let's make it for another video. So that's it for this video. Let's do the final maybe refactoring in the other video. So thanks for watching to the end. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and always see you in the next videos. Assalamu alaikum.